And welcome to UltiWorld's live coverage of the D1 College Championships. We are here with Vermont Team Chill representatives Johnny Sickles, Declan Kervick, and CJ Kiepert, fresh off a semifinal loss to UNC, but the best finish in program history. I want to start off just asking you all really what you're proud of this season.
Honestly, I'm just proud of the way everyone played in this final tournament. We had a tough season. We had some rough losses, some uni losses. We knew the whole time that we had what it took to put it together and be a truly great team. I think I'm just so proud of the composure and grit that we found by the end of this tournament, past couple days.
We also just I don't know, we're kind of a chippy team. Like, we're very fun-loving and energetic, and we care a lot about Frisbee and this team. And so sometimes we'll kind of snap at each other a little bit. And we've also said a lot that we kept winning games in the regular season, and we didn't feel like we've ever played a really good game. And it finally felt like in this last tournament we started to play some really good games where we're just so proud and happy for each other the entire time. There was such an overwhelming wave of support every time I stepped on the field. And every time I saw the D-line go on the field, I felt so proud for everything they were doing. It was just I don't know, I've never felt so united with the team, honestly. So, yeah, easy to be proud of that.
Thanks, Beryl. I'm just proud of everybody. I mean, we had a bunch of guys go down. Like, people stepped up. All weekend, people stepped up. Sideline was huge. It was loud all weekend. So, I mean, that, but then I want to give a huge thanks, and I'm so proud of our coaching staff. I mean, where we've come from last year and from when I was a freshman in 2019 is it's just amazing. We've leveled up, the hunger leveled up, and they were right there with us. Without them, we couldn't have done anything.
Awesome. I want to focus on this game. You're coming in to your first semifinal appearance ever. UNC is in their 9th consecutive one. You play even with them. You get a few breaks in the first half. Can you talk about your game plan coming in and how you executed at the beginning of the game?
I mean, I don't want to be out of pocket. I don't think we had a game plan. Do we have?
I don't think we did either.
No, we were just, we figured out in the Cal game that if we just kind of play on trust and run one play over and over again, we're going to probably just keep scoring. And the D-line, we just kind of run man defense, and we're just really good at defense. So turns out if you just trust your talent, it works a lot of the time.
Yeah, to build on that with running the same play over and over again seems kind of foolish, but it allowed all our cutters to work to find holes and make in-game reads where everybody was on the same page about where we were. And why are they laughing? Yeah, the game plan honestly was we just want to play with love, play with trust, like we've been saying the whole year.
Yeah.
D-line plan was to play our butts off, and then ideally just find Chase just streaking deep. And that wasn't really a plan going in. It just kind of happens, right?
It's gonna happen, yeah.
Yeah, he's just really fast. So shout out to that.
That man can't walk right now.
He cannot walk right now. No, he's immobilized. But he did score the final hold that we had, so.
Yeah, Chase had 0 hamstrings after the first day. Going into the tournament, he didn't play at practice before. And we joke a lot about the real sacrifice stuff, but that's some real sacrifice. He looks like he's 100% out there, and he goes on the field and he's just holding his entire body and wrapping himself up. So there you go.
Well, one of the things that I noticed as Chill progressed through rounds is that you kind of kept losing players to injuries. Tell me what it was like to have to continually step up, figure out how to call new lines with players suddenly unavailable.
So, yeah.
Yeah, on our offense and our defense, we have a lot of really skilled, versatile players. So when one person goes down, we can make up for it in different ways. It might not be our top line, but we know how to work together and adapt to that kind of change. Like Turner going out, Turner's obviously a top player, phenomenal piece, but we were able to rally around that and like step up big time all over the place.
I mean, like we play a lot of teams that have incredible players, and I kind of like, not pointing to any team directly, but like I think about if they're like top guy or like the guy they like call plays for the most, if they went out, how would they do? And I can't imagine it going too well for them, honestly, like the way a lot of teams run. And it's definitely a bummer, but like in some ways I'm kind of proud to see that like Turner went out yesterday. It was a really hard decision for him to call himself out, and we all were able to step up. D-line was able to like just be fine without him in a way. Then I went out today, and O-line was still cooking really well. Casey went out, and there's so much confidence on every level of our team that I feel like, I don't know, it doesn't feel too different out there.
CJ, you said the game plan for the defense was just to play your butts off. It's one thing to say that. It's another thing to come out and really take the wheels off the Pitt offense and force UNC into more turnovers and bad plays than I've seen from them all weekend long. Can you tell me a little bit about how you turn the idea to play your butts off into actual action doing it?
I mean, like we said before, Johnny, that was like a good bite. Like we said before, I mean, it's always just been like man defense throughout this entire year. We're really blessed to like play against an electric O-line that is so athletic and so hybridy that everybody gets reps playing against such different players. We have Carl, but we also have like Johnny and Casey, and we have James and Eli, who's like just so many different types of players. My fault there, my fault. But like we get, they're making fun of me. We get reps against every kind of player. So we are so ready when it comes to games, and we were just ready. We were just ready to work hard. We did work hard, and then on the turn, like I said, we just kept working.
I think also part of UNC's strategy. Part of UNC's strategy and their cutting patterns are fairly reliant on help to generate big unders, and with our quality of defenders, we were able to stay tight on the deeps where we didn't even have to help too much, and then that would create a lot more pressure on their unders, and like they weren't having that easy look one after another like they did most of the season.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey guys, last question here. It's clear that this program has been on a ramp, the last 4 or 5 years. You have a breakout performance at Nationals last year, have a semi-spurt this year. What's next for Team Chill?
Like right now, or?
I have something to say really quick. I think we're starting a basketball team. We're going to try to go to the NBA, right?
I'm down.
I think we make
Yeah,
it.
I'm ready for the NBA.
All right, but realistically, my fault.
Point guard, Declan shooting guard,
Oh
Johnny
my.
small forward.
And that's how we're gonna move forward.
Turner stretch 5.
Yeah.
You want to answer it realistically, or?
Yeah.
What's the question?
So I mean, on the last point I said, like I was looking at the last line. Carl was out there, but other than that, every single player had 2 more years left at least of eligibility. A lot of people were underclassmen, and a lot of our best defenders, underclassmen. Our handling core, other than Johnny, like normally Johnny starts up field, and we have a handling core of me, Casey, and Zach. Casey's a freshman. Me and Zach are sophomores. That's a really good feeling. You know what I mean?
They'll be fun.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Yeah. And then we're just gonna keep playing biz and having more people come up through the pipeline, and then yeah, hell yeah.
You stole my last question from me. I was going to ask if the tire business is open this summer.
Oh, it's rolling.
May I answer?
Oh, you can answer.
We will certainly be rolling this summer.
Yeah,
Better than ever.
rolling biz.
Yeah, we're going to be rolling Cole as well. Watch out for that. Shout out Chase Drinkwater.
Chase's new team. coming out.
But yeah, the tire business is a real thing. Watch out for us at, what is it? Elite? Pro Elite?
Antler lock.
Antler Lock. Pro Elite Select, is that what it is?
Yeah, pro elite, I think.
Pro Elite or something. Yeah. You're a captain for that team, my fault.
You're good. Yeah, tire biz is super fun. Shout out Zach for it just being his friends. And then I hopped on and said I was a captain. Shout out Amherst. It's gonna be super fun. We got the coach of Pitt, Ari, coaching biz too, which is cool. That's on the Twitter already. We
I
know.
don't think Pitt knows yet.
Yeah, so we got. No, I can't.
All right,
Sorry to break the news.
Johnny, Declan, CJ, thank you so much for your time today, and congratulations on a great season.
Do you have anything else left to say?
No, I have nothing else to say.
Short-term plan, beers.
My fault, OG.
Love you, Cornaldo.
And welcome to Ulti World's continuing coverage of the D1 College Championships. We are joined now by Ben Dameron and Andrew Lee from UNC Darkside, who just took down Vermont Team Chill in the semifinals. Just kick it off. How does it feel? Another semifinal, another win.
Yeah, it feels amazing. Yeah, we've been working all season for this moment. Feels a little bit surreal, I think, to find ourselves in this position once again. I don't know. It feels really gratifying to know that the work that we put in the entire season has seemed to pay off. It's exciting to get one more chance to play with our team. So.
Awesome. Well, that was a very tight game in the first half. Vermont seemed to have answers for what you're doing, and y'all really ran away with it in the second half. Can you talk about what changed and how you're able to have that success?
Fortunately for us, our O-line is rock solid. Even if they give a break here or there, they're always going to bounce back and convert, even when the pressure's at its highest. As far as the D-line goes, we had good looks and we were able to give ourselves chances. In the first half, it was really close. We weren't quite playing the way we wanted to. Took some bad shots, didn't quite convert, didn't play the kind of run the ball D-line offense that Darkside is generally known for. I think in that third quarter, fourth quarter transition, we really flipped that switch and decided that doing the easy things isn't always the easiest, right? But sometimes you just got to work hard and run the ball. And we did that and we pulled away.
Yeah, other thing that comes to mind, I think, is just our depth. It's been a really long tournament. It's really hot out on the turf today. And we were able to run through 10, 11 guys on D. And I think that kind of showed itself in the second half where they were kind of running out of steam. And we just were able to put in fresh legs that hadn't played in 3 or 4 points. And that's real difference makers, having people contribute all the way up and down the roster. I think kind of pushed us over the finish line. It would have been a lot tighter, I think, if we weren't able to do that.
Not to dwell on the past too much, but I was struck by the difference in quarters and semis last year versus quarters and semis this year for y'all. Last year, Georgia and Colorado didn't challenge you too much. You got to keep a comfortable lead throughout much of the game. Very different story today with Brown and Vermont. Can you talk to me about the way it feels to be pushed in the way you have?
We're really grateful for those opportunities. Championship caliber teams don't really win by just walking through competition, and it's great that we have those tests. I think in previous years, those games might not have been as close, and that's a testament to our preparation for sure. But coming into this tournament, we don't take anything for granted. Winning nationals is not easy, even if it feels like maybe in the past it was less tight for us. We know we're in for a challenge, we anticipate that challenge, and we really love that. Right, that's what it takes to become a championship team is anticipating that, enjoying it, and seeing what happens, what you're going to need to do to get to the other side.
Ben, I think anybody who's watched enough Darkside this season has gotten used to seeing you and Dylan Hawkins and Jaden Fegans and Josh Singleton streak deep and throw to each other. The last play of that game to clinch it, you flipped the script a little bit and sent Rutledge Smith deep. Tell me about Rutledge's wheels and how it feels to be able to call his number for the play.
Yeah, I mean, Rutledge is an absolute rock for our team. Absolutely incredible player. I think, we tend to have him more in the backfield, but, you can't sleep on his deep game. He's extremely fast. He's very tall, very quick. He's going to get separation. And I think, when I saw that matchup, he had a little bit of height on his defender. And I guess without thinking, I'm I know that Rut's going to come down with this. And I threw it up, much to my coach's dismay. But, that just speaks to Rutledge's just all-around game. He's an absolute baller. There's no weakness in his game. And we trust him 100%. Even though we have all those hybrids, he is a hybrid in and of himself.
I just want to say that our O-line is incredible, and there's only so much space on the field for each player to do anything. A lot of our players get slept on because they're happy to do their job, which I think is truly a testament to championship mentality, team-first mentality. But I think that, that last point is, don't get it twisted. We have 7 dogs out there who can do anything that they need to in order to win. And we trust them, and we know that the moment's there, we call their number, and they always pick up.
Hey guys, you're the team to beat year after year. How do you keep executing when the pressure is that high?
Yeah, I mean, if you try your best to block out the externals, it's pretty easy then to focus on our own team. We're completely a process and team-oriented team. We want to just focus on our team and becoming the best team that we can be every single year. And it doesn't matter like who the competition is. Like if we're focusing on ourselves and trying to be the best team that we ourselves can be, it tends to end up being that we're a really hard team to beat. Obviously, like we need to respect our opponents, and obviously we game plan for them. But at the end of the day, like we're creating a team that is built on ourselves and is focused inward, and that creates external success, I would say.
I told Edward a little bit about this before the tournament, but you know, we really take very little stock in those pre-nationals rankings, what happens over the course of the season. Like we know what we're doing and we know what we're here to accomplish, and we have no kind of assumptions about where we're going to go. Right? We play pool play to earn a chance to play in quarters. We play in quarters to earn a chance to play in semis. We play in semis to earn a chance to play in finals. We're not looking too far ahead, right? We're just taking what's in front of us. 'Cause that's all we get.
Well, there's only one game ahead. It's the final tomorrow. Can you talk about what you're looking forward to in that game and what brings you confidence for it?
Yeah, I mean, I think what I'm looking forward to is just getting to be on the field one more time with this team. College is really unique in that every single team is different every single year, and I've absolutely cherished every moment with this current iteration of Darkside. So I think it's just one last celebration of the team that we have today, or I mean this season. So I mean, I'm looking forward to just taking the field with them for one more chance. Not many other teams are going to get that opportunity, and feeling really lucky that I get to take the field with 31 other guys that I absolutely love to death.
Yeah, just going to echo what Ben said. Love this team, and only 2 teams get to have a season as long as ours is. We don't take that for granted, but we're just going to attack that next game tomorrow, love each other, and look forward to the challenges that game's going to give us.
So, Andrew, you are Darkside's Callahan nominee for this season. Can you talk about the individual honor of being nominated for that award?
I think getting the nomination for my team it's really kind of surreal when I thought about it. I don't think when I was in high school I could have ever imagined being Darkside's Callahan nominee. But I think that it's pretty clear on the depth chart, I'm not close to our team's best player. I have no misconceptions about that. And I think that getting that nod from my team for the leadership and sacrifice I've made means a lot to me. I'm always happy to go out there and do my job, do whatever it takes for the team to win. And I'm just super appreciative of my teammates who are able to honor me. Yeah.
Yeah, also, like, to be clear, like, Andrew's an absolute baller, and we trust him 100%, and we nominated him because he's one of our best players. Let's not get that twisted. But also, like, we nominated him because he's the absolute rock and face of our team. He does more than any other person on our team for this team. And it's just like absolutely no question that we would nominate him for Callahan. He means everything to this team. He's done everything for us for the past 3 or 4 years since he's been a captain. So it's no brainer that he's our Callahan nominee.
Love you.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for your thoughts today. Congrats on the win. Good luck tomorrow. We'll let you go celebrate and watch Pleiades in their upcoming game.
Go Pleiades.
Go Pleiades. Thank you.
All right. Thank you both so much.